after work started on the more than $200 million project, the earthworks for the F5 toll road are nearly completed. Interlink Roads has been commissioned by the New South Wales government to build and operate the F5, one of the major privatised infrastructure projects in the state.
Good afternoon, Leighton Interlink.
At Leighton Interlink, the head contractors and project managers, there is an air of confidence that the massive project will be officially opened well before the end of this year, if the weather continues to be good. Completion during 1992 would be an outstanding achievement, because originally Interlink projected that the total route would be ready for traffic in 1995. Right now, most of the large number of scrapers, bulldozers and other plant which have been used for the earthworks are being retired from the site. Also being reduced is the fleet of heavy trucks, which has been carrying earth and rock along local roads, a factor which will please both residents and drivers passing through the area. Completion of the F5, more than 2 years ahead of schedule, is due to a number of factors, including a complete rethink by the project team on its construction strategy, to long periods of good weather over the past 12 months, to the redesign of the many bridges along the route, and to a complete absence of any stoppages due to industrial or safety issues. The lack of stoppages is primarily due to an important site agreement signed between the project managers and the 12 unions involved in the construction work. When opened, the F5 will be an important asset to Sydney and to the people of New South Wales. It will also provide an important link between the city and the southwest, giving motorists and Australian transport companies a faster, safer and more economical route through 3 extremely congested areas, the cities of Bankstown and Liverpool and the municipality of Canterbury. Generally, there's been a strong, positive reaction locally to the construction of the F5.
I lived in Padstow for 36 years. I lived in Padstow North, and it's been very pleasant, very good. And the freeway that's going through, I think it's very good, and hasn't affected me one bit.
I think when the expressway is finished, it's going to be great for not just our area, it's going to be great for Liverpool and everywhere, because it's going to stop the bottleneck at Milpera. And that every morning you have it way back to Liverpool, and of an afternoon Canterbury Road is very busy. So I think, you know, being a truck driver, I think it's going to be really good.
So we're going to have the lovely trees and the grass, and we're going to benefit by it anyway. So I'm real pleased it's being built.
Let's face it, the F5 toll road must go through. I mean, it's a benefit to the community, and the quicker it goes through, the better for all of us, and the less hassle for all of us. So, yeah, we're all pleased with it, I'm sure.
The local state member of Parliament, Mr. Pat Rogan, member for East Hills and Shadow Minister for Minerals and Energy, is also very positive about the benefits of the F5.
One of those benefits is indeed the fact that residents of this area now will be able to travel on this tollway between the location where we are now on Fairford Road through to King George's Road without paying the toll, and that of course is very commendable, and I must say that that's a great gesture by the company. This project has moved ahead with great speed. Everybody's been very impressed with the way in which it's been approached and the way in which it's been constructed. Obviously, from the opposition's point of view, we would have preferred this to be a freeway and not a tollway. That aside, however, putting the politics of it aside, I must commend Leighton Interlink for the way in which they've addressed problems that have arisen. Understandably, the project of this size, problems must arise, particularly where it affects residents living adjacent to the project. Leighton Interlink have gone out of their way to try and address those problems, and moved as much as the resources as they can to really overcoming those problems. And for that, I commend Leighton Interlink for their community participation and their sense of public relations they've displayed in this project.
Project management of the construction of the toll road is being undertaken by Leighton Interlink, a subsidiary formed by the Leighton Group especially for this purpose. Quality control is an important aspect of this contract. Project personnel have used a great deal of initiative in their approach to the work. For example, currently, road profilers, which normally are used to remove old asphalt from existing roads, are being employed on site to create tabletop surfaces across rock to form a road base. Gradually moving along the 14.5-kilometre route are the asphalting contractors, who are putting the smooth black surface on the road. Many of the embankments and cuttings are now covered by lush grass, their growth stimulated by recent rains. Large numbers of trees and shrubs will also be planted in these areas under an extensive landscaping program. This is intended to create an attractive environment for those who will use the F5 toll road. Now that the road levels have been established, significant drainage work is being undertaken. Transfield is well advanced on its contract to construct the 15 bridges along the route. Virtually all of the bridges now have their abutments completed. Many of them have the majority of their spans in position. Railings have been erected. And on several of the bridges, jigsaw pavers are being installed on the embankments. The major bridge, a 7-span construction across the Georges River, is progressing well, with the final structural elements now being placed into position. 2 of its spans have been decked with concrete. Much of the credit for Leighton Interlink being able to finish the toll road so far ahead of schedule is due to the utilities, most of which have been extremely cooperative in relocating their services quickly and efficiently. Over the past year, gas, electricity, telephone and water services at more than 100 points along the route have been either relocated or installed. Many of these services now cross the toll road over the bridges being constructed by Leighton Interlink. There's also been outstanding cooperation and support from both Bankstown and Canterbury councils.
The fact that it's 2 years ahead speaks volumes for the cooperation between Leighton Interlink and the council and all concerned. Every request that we've made from Leighton Interlink and the construction of the road has been met. Everything we've asked them to do, they've only been too obliging and couldn't do it quick enough, and went to no end of trouble to make sure that every one of our little requests was met with in as quick a time as possible.
Interlink Roads has recognised the need to address local concerns, particularly during the construction period. The toll plaza is being constructed to the west of the bridge over the Georges River. Concerns over the siting of the toll plaza have now been resolved, and work is now well underway on this important facility.
Back to us to be about another half an hour there, I suppose. All right.
Excavation of the site is almost completed, with construction of the security tunnel now well underway. This security tunnel, which runs between the toll gates and the administration building, will eliminate the need for money to be carried by the collectors across the traffic lanes. The cash will go underground directly to a high-security vault, where it will be processed and then removed for banking by armoured truck. In order to speed construction of the administration building, design engineer Monsell and Partners and architects Devine, Irby and Maslin have designed it to be modular and built from prefabricated elements. These elements are being produced off-site and will be transported to the toll plaza for erection. The toll collection equipment is being manufactured in Australia by TST. Meanwhile, as construction moves quickly towards its conclusion, Interlink Roads is starting to look at other aspects of the project. Signage, marketing, colour coordination and even a memorable name for the new route are among the factors being investigated. All are aspects which must be considered carefully in order to ensure the commercial success of the F5 toll road. The F5, it's the future direction.